Our next presenter is Emil, talking about our amazing digital subculture.
Hey guys, I'm known as Jums here at The Gathering. People outside may know me as Emil. I'm here to give you a lecture about the demo scene. Is the South End just the main interest on the Wednesday? Or have you thought about, like, is there more to it than the toilets? Is it more to it than the, let's say, the shop? But is it more to it than the Creativia? Actually, what is Creativia? Well, it's a collection of fantastic humans that's hear more about the creative stuff than the gaming. Like most of these, like 5,500 people are here for gaming, but we have a couple of hundred people here doing more than that. They are programming, they are doing 3D graphics, 2D graphics, and music. But where do all these people come from? We have to go back to the 1970s, way before the internet. The Gathering didn't even exist. Most parties, or it existed, parties like the Gathering, at a much smaller scale. They existed mainly to share games on floppy drives. And of course this was frowned upon by the game industry because, hey, copying games, they don't make any money on that. So they made they started to make systems to stop you from cracking games, and this was frowned upon by the sceners, so they start cracking these obstacles, and they figured out, hey, there's more room on the floppy, so let's use it for something useful. Let's put our name there. And after that, it kind of blew off. They started putting in larger images, they started making music, they started animating it, and after a while this ended up being just a whole competing scene about just making these intro screens. You can still find them in modern game cracks too, but not as much as back in the days. So the demo scene was born, and there was a lot of demo parties arranged all over Europe. In Norway we have a couple of demo parties now, the Kindergarten in November and Solskogen in the summer. But also the Gathering actually was a demo party back in the days, in '92 when I was born. The whole thing started out as a minor copy party with just a few hundred contestants. And people were sharing games here. That's what the Gathering was all about back in the days. Have you ever downloaded a game these days and seen the names, for example, Racing 1911, Fairlight, Reloaded, Skid Row? These are all original cracker groups that cracked games and made them available to the public. They still do this, but they also make demos. You can still find their demos in their own cracks too. Often Keygens, for example, has their whole own set of tunes. Have you ever played a game? For example, at DICE, at Rovio, at Remedy Entertainment that made Max Payne, we find demo sceners. DICE is a load of Swedish demo sceners, which started DICE more or less. But what do we do here at the Gathering? We don't crack games because, hey, that's illegal. But we're still doing creative stuff. We have picked out the demo part, so we make music, we make demos that seems more or less like animated music videos. We have competitions in 2D and 3D graphics, and we have a ton of mentors that's really great at their profession in 3D graphics, programming, music, even cosplay. So you should really come by and check us out, because we rarely bite, or almost never. Come say hi. Thanks.